and welcome to Kellogg, Idaho, where we have the Silver Valley Tournament Championship going on tonight between the Wallace Miners and the Post-Fall JV Trojans.
Yeah, the Post-Fall JV Trojans beat Kellogg yesterday in these Game 2 of the Silver Valley Tournament. Wallace took care of Priest River. They saw them for their second time of the week and were able to put them away fairly handily. Priest River made a game of it about midway through, and Post-Fall showing the early pressure that they had success with yesterday with Kellogg.
Chloe Selke now with the basketball up top. Gets across court to Ellie Welch. Just throws it off the hands of Layla Burmeister, number 25 there for Wallace, and that ball will go to Post Falls.
Burmeister had a wonderful game last night. She had 14 points and did a really good job around the hoop.
That is true.
This is her first year of varsity play, so it's nice to see some young players stepping up and answering the bell.
Shot off the mark right there by Post Falls. Chloe Selke tracks it down.
Oh man, that's great that Jaden House can look up to Ellie Welch and be confident to clear that ball and counter some of that Post Falls pressure here early on.
There goes House in the middle of the lane. She's up off the back iron. Ball's going to kick around again and squirt to Brennan. She's going to take it all the way down the key, and she's up and good for the first bucket of the ball game.
Man, great job by Brennan, just taking that step right around defensively minded Ellie Welch. She tried to step in front of her and draw the charge, and the Post Falls player just made a nice move to the basket.
Miners swinging the ball down. They're going to try to slow it down tonight.
Yeah, talking with Coach Farkas earlier on today, she said that, these Post Falls girls, they put up about 60 points last night, and there's the first point of the game for the Miners, and Chloe Selke gets on the board.
Nice rebound there by Selke to put that back in.
Yeah, but Coach Farkas says that, seeing as how the young girls from Post Falls like to get up and down the court, and Wallace is short people tonight. We only have two subs on the bench. The girls are going to have to do a good job of controlling the pace and limiting those up and down trips up the floors to keep people healthy and keep people catch their wind.
Yeah, they did get Ellie Welch back for the tournament, which is good to see for the Miners. First free throw up and good by Allie Marr. And that'll make it 3-2 here with 6:36 left in the first quarter. Second shot attempt coming. And it's up and bounces around a little bit and rattles home.
Looks like Post Falls is going to the pressure defense after makes, and the Miners do a nice job of handling that full court pressure.
Well, Selke's going to cast away, and he's not going to find much on that one.
Chloe looking to shoot more from the outside so far this year. She put up a number of outside shots yesterday.
Good take there by Brennan down to the hole. She's going to draw a foul.
Tonight's officials, we have Dominic Dyer. He called that foul, called it on. That's Brianna Burgum. That's her second foul of the game. That's something that the Miners have to be really careful to stay out of foul trouble tonight with a couple very young, inexperienced players coming off the bench for them.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's free throws up and good by Brennan. Post Falls 3 for 3 right now from the line. And her second free throw is good, making it 6-2. Again, Post Falls pressuring. Selke gets it across the timeline.
It's not really a press designed to get steals and deflect passes, just put constant pressure on the Miners here.
And they got plenty of bodies there sitting on the bench there, so I imagine they're going to sub quite frequently and stay fresh and keep pressure on all game.
That's how they played last night versus Kellogg in Game 2 of the tournament here.
Syjon no good on the shot attempts. Selke another rebound for the Miners.
Kellogg came out a little bit lacklusterly last night, and had a difficult time with this pressure early on. And before you know it, the game had kind of gotten away from them. But they put in a really good performance this afternoon and beat Priest River handily.
Well, it's down the baseline, gets it to Burmeister.
Nice job by Layla Burmeister, man. They're getting the ball down low. Burgum had a look last trip down, and Burmeister there. Let's see if we can start putting those in.
Ball squirts away from Asper, and the Miners are going to create a turnover there. Here comes Jaden House. Sharpshooting Jaden House with the ball now. She's going to cast away from three.
Right on cue, it seems. Yeah, nice to see her getting a little heat check right there. See if we can get some three-pointers to fall. And a foul called on the side by referee Ben Allen. He's joined by Todd Bitterman. Once again, Dominic Dyer, our three officials for today.
And just as we were talking foul trouble, that's 3 fouls already here on the Miners as we get a timeout on the floor. I believe the Miners with taking the quick timeout here.
Going to be a 30-second timeout called by Coach Farkas. It's 6-2. We've played a few minutes here to begin the game. What do you think the Miners need to do to have success this evening.
Well, the Post Falls have been able to push the ball out on every rebound that they've had so far. They got to make sure they get back on defense, stop that transition, because they've got a couple good looks. They've gotten right into the lane right away several times, and the Miners got to get back. I know they're shorthanded tonight, but they're going to have to either hit the boards harder on the offensive glass, or they're going to have to get back.
Yeah, I think defensive rebounding is going to be real important too. So they limit those Post Falls, their ability to get out on the break and just turn this into a half-court game. But they're handling the pressure well so far. We just need to get a couple of those bunnies to drop.
Yeah, we do. Look for Jaden House and Ellie Wells to try to lead the scoring here for the Miners tonight.
We want to say thanks for Wildcats Live to welcoming the Channel 3 news team to the booth here at Wildcat Gym. We're joined in the booth by Ty Cheney, and his cohort Buck Coe is taking care of camera number 1 upstairs. Thank you, fellas.
Good defense there by the Miners. Stop inside John. And we're going to get a walk from Ellie Welch there. Just took too many steps there before she put the ball on the floor. The Miners will hand it right back.
And also a big thank you to Simon Miller. He's the tech director here at Kellogg High School. And he's been working hard to get, to give us the ability to get these games out live. And no matter where you are, what you're doing, you can turn this on. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your TV. And we encourage you to tell your friends. And if you want, send us a shout out. I challenge you people to figure out how to send the shout out if you're watching on your smart television. But kind of a fun thing to do. Wildcats Live. Thank you. 6-2 still.
Brennan again attacking, goes right into the body of House, and she'll take a charge for the Miners. Good defense right there as she tries to attack the lane.
Like Brennan's aggressiveness, but Jaden House seemed to see that one coming from about mid-court, got herself in the position, and ended up drawing the charge.
And Kinley McLean coming onto the floor here for Post Falls.
We see Caitlin Garrettone out there, her first action of the night. She replaced Brianna Bergman, who's getting a break here with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Welch up top with the ball, gets it to Garrettone. They're going to see House get good ball movement by the Miners right now. Gets it down to Selke, up and good for the Miners, cutting the lead to 2.
Man, they do that. They do that so well. They move the ball around the perimeter and look for that player in the low post, whether it be Selke or Brianna or Layla Burmeister here this evening. Let's hope she can get some of those shots to go. 3-point
attempt up off the iron by Asper.
Side John gets the rebound, goes back up. Boy, it's well. Some good effort down there on the boards. Layla Burmeister fighting for the ball. Side John fighting for the ball.
Miners
nice defensive play.
Miners got to get a defensive rebound here. Cut the shot attempts down. They've had 3 shot attempts here so far on this one possession. Up in the lane there is good by, I believe that was Asper, who knocks it down, making it 8-4 with 3:30 to go here in the first.
Letitia Asper, a freshman here for Post Falls. Post Falls has some size. They have quite a few tall girls down there. They match anything that the Miners have. Layla Burmeister is our tallest player, and right as I say that, she gets a rebound and gets back up, but Post Falls has some length down there too, and they're able to contest those shots and turn the Miners away.
Good pass from Brendan there across the key. Nice, good ball movement there by Post Falls, but it's just off by Allie Maurer.
Nice defensive rebound by Caitlin Garrettone. House pushes the ball up to Welch. Back to House. She's looking inside, looking on the side, just
nice
considering
pass.
All options. And man,
that was good ball movement again by the Miners. A nice quick. The Miners have had really great success. If somebody hasn't held that ball for longer than 1 second, they're doing a nice job of reversing the ball around and finding that high post so far.
That can really slow down an offense when that ball stalls at the the top of the key, and you're not swinging the ball around and making the defense react.
First free throw is off the back iron there from Layla Burmeister. She's got a second attempt coming.
Checking into the game for Post Falls is Kalaya Frazee, making her first appearance of the night.
Off the iron again, good board by House.
She just makes a great play to challenge Jaden House's shot and gets going on the fast break. Here's Brennan with the ball.
That was Frazee on the defensive stop there.
House is guarding Side John in the corner. Nice defensive help by Burmeister and a nice defensive rebound by Chloe Selke.
Good box out there by Selke that time on the backside.
Miners need to really do a good job of moving the ball here and try to get those layups to go down low. Layups and free throws, Jared, is what my dad always used to tell me.
I am all about that.
And I never used to make them either. I'd always miss my free throws, and I always miss my layups. I'd get going so fast down the thing, and everything moves so quickly.
And it's usually the team that can take care of the basketball, make their free throws, and those uncontested lay-ins. That team usually comes away with the victory no matter what else you do in the ball game.
you're forgetting about rebounding.
Even so, even if you make your free throws, you take care of that ball.
Miners did a fairly good job of taking care of the ball last evening versus Priest River, and there's
Kinley McLean in there with the 3-point bucket. 11-4 now with 2 minutes to go in the first. The Miners really in need of a bucket here on this possession.
Work the ball in the Burmeister, top of the key. Ball goes right side the House. Her 3-point attempt, no good.
That was a good look there from House, though. Caught it, and might have fumbled it a little bit right when she caught it, but
she always does a great job of shooting in rhythm, catching and shooting the ball. She hadn't seen her 3-point shots fall so far this year, but you know she shot nearly 40% last.
She is
season.
She is deadly. Yeah. When she gets on, she kind of almost is a little bit of a streaky shooter. She'll hit 3 or 4 in a row sometimes. Good ball movement here from Post Falls into Frazee, and that's Ellie Welch fighting to get a jump ball.
Nice job tying the ball up down there with Frazee. She's a bigger, stronger player, but Ellie Welch, she just stuck her nose right in there and got after it. Nice to see some assertiveness and some aggressiveness from the Wallace guards, and that's, I think, one of our strengths. We have some pretty good balance between the quickness of our guards and the strength of our post players.
We do. Here's House. She's going to pass up a look there, get it. Good ball movement again by the Miners. Back to House. Into Selke. Oh, knocked away by Frazee. And that might go out of bounds, and it will. And the Miners will get the ball back here. Little sideline out of bounds chance play here.
Seems to be a few more people in the Kellogg gym than at Wallace athletic events. You know, I think some of the Kellogg girls have stuck around over there to watch this championship game in the Silver Valley tournament.
Which I don't mind.
Nice to see that. They're all masked up over there and maintaining social distancing, and it's just fun to watch some basketball. If you have a chance, if you have some type of way to get in here, this is the place to be. But we're happy to be able to call the action for you, and thanks for joining us.
The Miners getting a little sloppy here. Last one turned into a bucket for Post Falls, and they just off the hands of Selke gave the ball back to the Trojans.
Yep, the Trojans. It'd be nice here to get a stop and a bucket going the other way. We don't want to extend this lead anymore.
Miners kind of force a turnover there, get that one back.
Yeah, nice to just be done with this quarter and move on. Catch your breath, take a quick break, and come back and reset.
Like to see House or Welch maybe hit a 3-pointer here to end the quarter. Good hands there from McLean, and there she goes all the way down the lane. Left-handed layup up and good.
Nice job by Caitlin Garreton to get back and challenge that layup without fouling. 5 fouls called so far in the game. Wallace been called for 3, and Post Falls been called for 2.
Ball stolen away there that time by Asper.
We got to quit throwing it to the wrong team.
They do. Asper gets the rebound, kicks that ball over to Cy-John, and she's able to hit the jumper.
That's exactly what I did not want to happen right there.
And they let that one go, but it's just off the iron, and that's how the first quarter will end. 17-4 Trojans over the Miners right now.
We'll be right back.
A fervent Kellogg Wildcat supporter based in the heart of the historic Silver Valley and North Idaho, NASCO Industrial Services and Supply delivers world-class materials and service to the world's top mining and industrial operations. NASCO Industrial Service and Supply is a full-service agency including logistics, procurement support, and construction, built to serve the industries that make modern life possible. Day in, day out, they propel many of the world's largest industrial and mining companies to meet their production and financial milestones. Wildcats Live and Wildcat Activities thank NASCO Industrial Services and Supply for their support. Visit them online at nissglobal.com or call 208-783-0361. Go Wildcats!
Back in the action here. Post Falls starting the quarter with the basketball.
I'd like to welcome all of our listeners out there listening on Wildcats Live.
Shots up by Chase, no good. There's Frazee, nice move on the baseline. She's going to get the bucket to fall. Good start to the quarter for the Trojans. Miners, it's been a little while since they've had a bucket fall in the net, so I'd like to see one here. House kind of getting stuck with the ball. Good defense there by McLean. Here comes Welch now.
I think at this point, if the Miners can just try to win this quarter and come away on top, win this quarter, and slowly chip away at this lead, that might be the key to success. And
Good
Jaden
look
House,
by the assassin right there,
man,
Jaden
right on
House.
call. It seems like I have the ability to call things like that
Yeah,
fairly often.
let's do that a few more times here.
Okay, all right.
Make a ball game.
Nice shot by Jaden House, and hopefully that's a little bit of a inspiration for the rest of the team.
Ooh, first shot short by Maurer, able to get her own rebound, knocks that one in. 21-7 now.
Got to really do our best to block out there.
Garretone with the ball, back up top to House. Miners feeling out this zone defense here.
Coach Farkas doing a nice job with their offensive
Ball's
rotations.
up and good. Was that House again from three right there?
Another three-pointer for Jaden House, yeah.
Back-to-back three-pointers from House, and the Miners fighting their way back into this one. And some good hands there by House again.
Man.
Gonna get a foul up top there by the Miners.
So. I don't think so. It looked like she was playing the ball, and both girls have a right to go for the ball there, and referee Ben Allen, he saw it differently.
That's a tough one there for Welch. That's her second personal here early in the second quarter, and then you're going to need her on the floor for most of this game.
Yep. The Miners have to do a really good job of staying out of foul trouble, and that's a lot of times easier said than done. There's Frazee down low again. She stopped by Burgum. Nice defensive position by Burgum, and a turnover by the forced a turnover by the Miners. So that's great.
Travel there by Flershinger. I got Caitlin Flershinger and Catherine Berg onto the floor now for Post Falls also. House.
Welch, the House, right side. She's guarded a little bit more closely after sinking a couple consecutive three-point attempts.
Miners got to try to work that ball inside and kick it out of House a few more times. She's off the iron.
And we got to get boards, too. There's a lot of open space there where some of those guards could be slipping in and getting a long rebound. But they come back, getting a good defense stance. You see Jaden House really working hard on defense, and there's Ellie Welch again.
Ooh. And Welch
great play, yeah.
Gets in there, tries to steal it, but forces a travel. I think that was a travel on, not sure, Jenna Chase, I believe.
I like that there. Dyer kind of let a little bit of contact go and let them figure it out on their own and eventually force the travel. But you got to be tough. You got to be tough in basketball. It's a sport where there's some nice.
I love seeing the high to low post pass. When a team can pull that off, it shows you really understand your offense too. As soon as you get that ball in the middle, everybody's got to collapse on you.
Coach Farkas, Coach Bauer, and Martha House, they do a wonderful job of working with these Wallace bigs. It's nice to have a little bit of length and size, and they really have a mind around the hoop. So that's great.
Layla Burmeister not happy with herself after that first free throw attempt. Let's see. She gets a little more arc on this one. I think it'll fall. And she does. Swishes the second one. It's 21-11 now. Miners able to have some early buckets here in the quarter. Let's hope that bodes well for the rest of the 5 minutes to go here.
Ooh, really intense defense down in the corner by Selke. You can see the Miners start to
extend that defense a little bit.
Turn up that intensity a couple notches, and once again force another turnover. So a few turnovers by Post Falls JV coach Greg Owen's team, and the Miners look to get right back in this ball game.
So yeah, if the Miners can keep hitting that high post, they'll get a lot of good things happening. Some good attempt. If they can get that ball to Burgum there at the high post, it's going to open up a lot of things for them.
These are such interesting times with the COVID pandemic taking over and kind of throwing a monkey wrench in the plans of the girls program so far. We've had a few girls who've had to been out on quarantine. We're down, I think, 6 or 7 players on this point, so not a lot of depth on this Wallace team. But as Drake says, life can always change. You just have to adjust.
Well, if anything, it's going to make the Miners well conditioned here for the start of the season.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I sometimes come in at the end of Coach Farkas's practices, and she seems to kind of trick the girls into conditioning. Lots of her drills are constant movement, and the girls are working hard and getting up a good sweat, but they're not running lines. So kudos to Coach Farkas for making that part of her program and get these girls in shape early on in the season.
Miners able to move the ball around nicely here. Skip to the corner.
House from the corner. Looked really good from this perspective. We're sitting just above the basket, almost almost on the hanging out over the floor, but along the baseline.
Miners back-to-back offensive rebounds. Oh, but they're going to get a house on a travel. Tough call there on the house.
Looks like she may have got fouled and maybe forced to travel. Just, man, let them
play that one out.
Down there.
Let them play that one out.
Oh man, a welcome face up here in the press box. Former coach, I should say, former Wallace girls basketball coach and current Wallace High School senior high school principal Chris Lund has joined us in the booth, and I'll hand over the microphone to him. No, he doesn't want to talk, but he's up here saying hello and getting a look from the bird's nest up here.
Another bucket there from Post Falls.
Does this room have a name, Ty? Is it the Wildcat Den, or what do you call this spot from up here? No, it's still out there. So if you have any suggestions on what to call the
press box,
Kellogg press box up here, let us know.
Good ball move from the Miners. House going to get another good look at a three just off the iron. Frazie's going to bring down the rebound.
Nice job by Frazie to get a good rebounding position and come down with that one, and the Trojans come on right back.
Nice drive into the lane there by Chase, unable to connect. Frazie now going to attack, and she's going to get the bucket of fall, making it 25-11 now.
Frazie with at least her 4th point of the game, playing nice post defense and getting out and running the floor pretty well.
House to Selke.
Moving the ball around the perimeter, and Ellie Welch drives left-handed down the baseline. Her
just
bank
off
shot.
Nice fight there by Burgum to try to get the rebound, but it's going to be off her hands. And that ball is going to go back to the Trojans.
A couple substitutions here in the game. Chloe Selke is replaced by Jaden Gibson, who's seeing her first action this evening. Yeah, thanks.
Now the Miners are getting some good looks on offense. They're just not getting those buckets to fall consistently. They're getting great looks. If they can knock a few of those down, they'll make a ball game soon of this one.
All right, we've been informed that the press box already has a name. It's the Robinson White press box. So thanks to Simon Miller, the tech director here at Kellogg High School, for letting us know, and the contest is over. We won't
Ball's
be
going to squirt out of bounds.
It's going to be press box anymore.
It's Miner basketball. Another turnover there from the Trojans. Just what the Miners needed right there.
Fairly cleanly played game so far. It's seven fouls called total. The Miners have had 4 fouls called against them, and the Trojans 3. But the referees are letting them play a little bit and play a little bit more physical style of basketball.
House tries to force the ball into Burgum there, stolen away by the Trojans.
Was that Frazie making the defensive play there again?
I believe it was. Down the baseline goes McLean.
McLean passes out to number 3. She's up to number 5, and
there goes Frazie. She's going to travel again. A lot of travels called so far in this ball game.
You know, I think sometimes the refs can let the travels go, but when you get open as a result of the travel, that's when they should be called. So
have to make that call.
Take note, referees. That's my opinion on traveling.
Anytime you gain that extra advantage, right?
Yep. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Wallace trails 25-11. Ellie Welch brings the ball to the floor. She handles the ball quite a bit. Her and Jaden House share those responsibilities.
Gibson to Garitone.
Looks like the Post Falls defense is trying to be very aware of where Layla Burmeister is down there.
And we're going to get a
30-second timeout by Coach Farkas.
A fervent Kellogg Wildcat supporter based in the heart of the historic Silver Valley and North Idaho, NASCO Industrial Services and Supply delivers world-class materials and service to the world's top mining and industrial operations. NASCO Industrial Service and Supply is a full-service agency including logistics, procurement support, and construction, built to serve the industries that make modern life possible. Day in, day out, they propel many of the world's largest industrial and mining companies to meet their production and financial milestones. Wildcats Live and Wildcat Activities thank NASCO Industrial Services and Supply for their support.
All right, welcome back to Wildcat Gymnasium here for the championship game in the Silver Valley Basketball Tournament. We have under 2 minutes left in the first half, and Wallace trails the Post Falls JV team 25-11. The JV is kind of they just switched defense. They're playing a little man-to-man defense. They've been playing a 1-3-1, I believe, for most of this first half. Ball stolen away there again. Asper with the steal. And sometimes when things don't go well, you have to have the ability to see the bright side. And on that play, Ellie Welch made a wonderful backdoor cut, and the pass was right there. She just couldn't hang on. But man, they do good things, and I think this is going to be a wonderful year for the Miners.
Yeah, the score doesn't really show you how well they're actually been playing. They just have the shots aren't falling right now. Is the main problem.
And while we're nearing Thanksgiving here, we'd like to extend our gratitude for Kellogg to Kellogg for hosting us here, and also say thanks to all the administrators working hard to make sure these activities go off without any hitches and without any, health concerns. And Mr. LaFontaine here from Kellogg High School has done a great job, as have Chris Lund from Wallace High School and Bruce Bailey. They're working overtime trying to make sure these events take place and that the girls are able to compete and make things happen. So thank you to all those gentlemen for working so hard to make sure that we can play ball.
Well, the ball squirts around for quite a while there, and Trojans able to keep possession here. We're almost approaching a minute right now, 25-11.
Nice left-handed post move into the middle. Ball squirts out. Post Falls
out to
gets the
Fur.
rebound. The long arms of Layla Burmeister down there.
Yeah, Fur and Selke fighting with it, and it's going to get a jump ball. That one's going to go to the Miners here with 58 seconds to go.
And it's fun to see the progress of some of these young players. And, we'd like to thank some of the middle school coaches over the past few years. Ben Allen's wife actually coached the Wallace team here, 1-2 years consecutively.
A couple years ago, she coached back-to-back years with the 7th and 8th grade team.
Jaden Gibson is a result of that coaching, as is Caitlin Garatone, and just really happy to have these middle school coaches. And you're coaching the young guys this year, aren't you?
Yeah, the 8th graders. So we'll see. We've had a few practices so far, a couple practices next week, and we'll see where we're at.
All right, how are they looking?
So far, so good. We just like to see a few more bodies get out there and be playing right now, but I understand the situation, and we'll make it work our best way we can.
Very good.
Welch fighting for it, gets it back for the Miners.
One of the things you don't think about is we have a number of different teams fighting for practice time and gym time, and some of these junior high programs are sharing gym time and practicing together, and just thanks to all those folks making that happen. Some Post Falls physical defense out there, top of the key. Ellie Welch is guarded by Post Falls' Letty. That's Letty Asper, right? We were corrected online, and thank you for reaching out and giving us the right. Oh man!
Oh, they're getting over and back on Welch there. Isn't it the 3 points rule? You have to have 3 points over the line there.
I didn't see where she first received the ball.
Her heel stepped on the line there. The ball was still in the front court.
So you're questioning the call, but you don't quite agree?
Maybe not in that situation.
Looks like there was a little bit of an explanation given over there. Yeah, we'll have to trust these guys. These are three of the top officials in our region.
These are great officials.
State championship caliber officials. So thanks to these guys for being here.
But we can still away to the Miners. The Miners got a chance here to get the last shot with 25 seconds to go.
Coach Farkas just kind of letting them roll. No last shot hold call here, but I think they're going to be a little more careful and try to get a really good look at the basket.
Post Falls another
squirts away.
Post Falls is doing a really great job of switching defenses. They'll switch between that 1-3-1 and man defense almost flawlessly.
Jaden House working really hard on the offensive end, and then a unfortunate turnover, and the mistake was compounded by a foul. We have to make sure every foul that we committed, counts for something here tonight. So 8 seconds left here in the first half.
Good take to the line there by Asper, and she's going to draw two here with 3 seconds to go here in the first half.
And here at the end of the first half, that's Jaden House's second foul. So, that depth problem becomes a little bit more apparent when we start to get girls with 2-3 fouls here in the first half. Let's hope that we can finish the last 3 seconds without fouling somebody.
Well, it might turn out to be a good foul for the Miners there. She misses the first free throw.
Even foul count here to end the first half, 6-6 at this point. We would be shooting free throws from here on out if there were any more fouls committed.
Asper rattles home the second free throw attempt. It's 26-11.
Clock starts on time. Chloe Selke drives down right side.
Gets it up.
The ball up.
Almost banks in the three to end the half. That would have been a nice one to end it on.
That was an exciting finish there.
But it's 26-11 here at halftime here from Kellogg, Idaho in the Silver Valley Championship. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Located at 6600 North Government Way, ACI Northwest is the premier heating, cooling, and electrical company in the area. With more than 85 years of experience, they provide their customers with total home comfort and complete peace of mind. They do this through their commitment to professionalism and a written, unconditional, 1-year, money-back satisfaction guarantee on all residential installations. Call ACI Northwest today for excellent heating, air conditioning, and electrical services. The crew at ACI want to remind people that this time of year, furnace maintenance is important to ensure the longevity of your equipment and to avoid the nuisance of expensive breakdowns on the coldest days of the year. Ask how to save 20% on your maintenance and or repairs. Go Wildcats! Top Pin Archery, located in the backyard of Kellogg High School, is your premier archery authority in the U.S. They specialize in 3D archery events, including the annual shootout at Silver Mountain Resort, a premier 3D archery experience in the Pacific Northwest, and the region's only OPA-style shoot. Top Pin Archery Events provides an archery experience that is not offered anywhere else in the Northwest. They are the authority on all things archery, and their premier events put the competitor first by offering unique awards, such as the opportunity to win money, even in the youth classifications. Top Pin Archery provides a 3D archery experience unrivaled by their competition. They put the archer first. Top Pin Archery is a proud Kellogg Wildcats and Wildcats Live sponsor. Visit them at toppinarchery.net. Go Cats! From plywood to paint, tools to trim, they have it all, or they can order it in just a few days' time. Kellogg Lumber Company is a veteran-owned business that has been supplying the Silver Valley with quality building materials to contractors, builders, and homeowners for 4 generations. Personal service and knowledgeable staff make Kellogg Lumber the right choice for your next project. With 50 years buying experience, let Steve and the knowledgeable crew at Kellogg Lumber use their many well-established vendors to source the materials you need for the right price and delivered on time. Kellogg Lumber, more than just lumber for 4 generations. Hometown proud sponsors of Kellogg Wildcat Athletics and Wildcats Live. A fervent Kellogg Wildcat supporter based in the heart of the historic Silver Valley and North Idaho, NASCO Industrial Services and Supply delivers world-class materials and service to the world's top mining and industrial operations. NASCO Industrial Service and Supply is a full-service agency including logistics, procurement support, and construction, built to serve the industries that make modern life possible. Day in, day out, they propel many of the world's largest industrial and mining companies to meet their production and financial milestones. Wildcats Live and Wildcat Activities thank NASCO Industrial Services and Supply for their support. Visit them online at nissglobal.com or call 208-783-0361. Go Wildcats! Located at 6600 North Government Way, ACI Northwest is the premier heating, cooling, and electrical company in the area. With more than 85 years of experience, they provide their customers with total home comfort and complete peace of mind. They do this through their commitment to professionalism and a written, unconditional, 1-year, money-back satisfaction guarantee on all residential installations. Call ACI Northwest today for excellent heating, air conditioning, and electrical services. The crew at ACI want to remind people that this time of year, furnace maintenance is important to ensure the longevity of your equipment and to avoid the nuisance of expensive breakdowns on the coldest days of the year. Ask how to save 20% on your maintenance and or repairs. Go Wildcats! Top Pin Archery, located in the backyard of Kellogg High School, is your premier archery authority in the U.S. They specialize in 3D archery events, including the annual shootout at Silver Mountain Resort, a premier 3D archery experience in the Pacific Northwest, and the region's only OPA-style shoot. Top Pin Archery Events provides an archery experience that is not offered anywhere else in the Northwest. They are the authority on all things archery, and their premier events put the competitor first by offering unique awards, such as the opportunity to win money, even in the youth classifications. Top Pin Archery provides a 3D archery experience unrivaled by their competition. They put the archer first. Top Pin Archery is a proud Kellogg Wildcats and Wildcats Live sponsor. Visit them at toppinarchery.net. Go Cats! From plywood to paint, tools to trim, they have it all, or they can order it in just a few days' time. Kellogg Lumber Company is a veteran-owned business that has been supplying the Silver Valley with quality building materials to contractors, builders, and homeowners for 4 generations. Personal service and knowledgeable staff make Kellogg Lumber the right choice for your next project. With 50 years buying experience, let Steve and the knowledgeable crew at Kellogg Lumber use their many well-established vendors to source the materials you need for the right price and delivered on time. Kellogg Lumber, more than just lumber for 4 generations. Hometown proud sponsors of Kellogg Wildcat Athletics and Wildcats Live. A fervent Kellogg Wildcat supporter based in the heart of the historic Silver Valley and North Idaho, NASCO Industrial Services and Supply delivers world-class materials and service to the world's top mining and industrial operations. NASCO Industrial Service and Supply is a full-service agency including logistics, procurement support, and construction, built to serve the industries that make modern life possible. Day in, day out, they propel many of the world's largest industrial and mining companies to meet their production and financial milestones. Wildcats Live and Wildcat Activities thank NASCO Industrial Services and Supply for their support. Visit them online at nissglobal.com or call 208-783-0361. Go Wildcats! Located at 6600 North Government Way, ACI Northwest is the premier heating, cooling, and electrical company in the area. With more than 85 years of experience, they provide their customers with total home comfort and complete peace of mind. They do this through their commitment to professionalism and a written, unconditional, 1-year, money-back satisfaction guarantee on all residential installations. Call ACI Northwest today for excellent heating, air conditioning, and electrical services. The crew at ACI want to remind people that this time of year, furnace maintenance is important to ensure the longevity of your equipment and to avoid the nuisance of expensive breakdowns on the coldest days of the year. Ask how to save 20% on your maintenance and or repairs. Go Wildcats!
Hey, welcome back to Kellogg Wildcat Gymnasium here. The Miners face a 15-point deficit at halftime, and it's been a fairly competitive game so far. A lot of shots falling for the Trojans and not so many for the Miners. I'm joined by Jared Young and Ty Cheney up here, part of the production crew, and we're happy to come to you and bring you some Wallace Miner basketball tonight.
It's been a pretty competitive first half between both teams. I know it's a 15-point discrepancy on the scoreboard, but the Miners just have been unable to consistently come down and grab a bucket. They're getting great shots at the bucket most of the time down. Turnover battle is pretty even, but if you really see Post Falls as kind of, I think, won the rebounding battle so far in this game.
And Wallace just having a tough time putting the ball in the hole. We'd like to see a few more points than 11 at halftime, and hopefully they're going to have to pick it up. Coach Farkas told me that she'd like to try to keep this potently scoring offense from Post Falls at about 45 points, and she thinks that might give them a chance to be in this ball game. And you know, as we know, these girls can get hot in a hurry. Hopefully the Miners can come out and find their range and put a few balls in the hoop and make this a more competitive contest.
And they got the ability to shoot well, so if the Miners can come out here and knock a few buckets down early, chip away at this lead, again, like I tell them, all the teams every year, it's when you're facing a deficit, you got to just chip away like you're chopping down that tree with that axe.
Right,
you know?
right.
You don't do it in one swing.
I don't think there's any this isn't the big three where there's 4-pointers and sometimes 5-pointers.
3 off the iron there by, I think that was Jenna Chase.
Oh man, and Post Falls coming out right away and getting really physical with Layla Burmeister down there, and she gets the ball and draws the foul. Referees Bitterman and Dominic Dyer getting together to talk this one over. There was a struggle over the ball and a pretty, trying to see if we can hear what they're saying.
I believe they're going to give that ball to the Miners.
Oh, they're,
Yep, they're going to give it to the Miners here.
Oh, man, great. So come out, Layla Burmeister secures that rebound, and she did well to clear the ball. You know, that's very important when you're rebounding that. You're not doing so in a dirty way or throwing elbows, but you're just making sure that those defenders are going to have to reach through you to get the ball, and Layla did a good job right there. Full to foul.
Full court man-to-man press from the Trojans here in the second half.
Luckily, we have good ball handling guards there. Ellie Welch able to clear out the rest of the Miners' offense and just bring the ball up by herself. And here's Burgum at the free throw line.
Gets a look there from, I believe is that McKelvey Speck? Or no, that was Chloe Selke on the top.
You're
I'm
thinking
sorry.
Volleyball.
I'm
McKelvey
sorry.
wore number 14
That's
in
why
volleyball.
You are
and
right.
I don't see how you can mistake those two. We'd like to say, I'm just teasing Jerry. We'd like to say hello to all the Miners players joining us from home. Unfortunately, a few of the Miners are under the weather day and not able to play.
Greenski off on that three-point attempt. Shot up that time from Chase, and she's off the iron too. The Miners are going to secure the rebound.
Help me brainstorm some of these missing Miners here tonight. We have Kennedy Gilmore, the libero. She's missing so far. Macy Hemphill, unfortunately, is not here. McKelvey Specht.
Grace Hunter
is out. Yeah. But looking forward to those girls returning real soon.
Yep. They should be full strength come here, especially right after Thanksgiving time. So the Miners are excited about that to get everybody back for each and every game.
Miners have one more contest before.
Burgum fouled hard there by Frazee. The Miners are going to get two shots here.
Miners have one more contest before the holiday. They play Tuesday night in Bonners Ferry, so going on the road.
And I like the scheduling that the Wallace High School has been doing with their basketball program. Always scheduling these larger, bigger schools for good competition. And I think that the Miners have been up to the task.
Yeah, they always seem to step up the challenge. The boys' teams lost a bunch of close games to bigger schools who draw from a bigger population. But I've always been a firm believer, Jared, if you have the right group of girls, the right group of guys, that any five can compete with anybody.
Especially in basketball.
It's tough to battle problems with depth, but if you got 5, 6, 7 players that are all on the same page, you can have a lot of success.
You can. Here comes the Trojans now working the ball around, being patient. Gets it into Frazee. Kicks it back out. They get that ball to the corner.
Man, great defense. Selke closing out there in the corner on the post falls guards.
McLean unable to hit on that last jump shot.
And let's say Jaden House brings the ball up left-handed, doing a good job showing both hands, not giving them.
Selke's going to pull up from deep just off the front iron.
She's just been hunting that shot. That she loves to shoot from the top of the key, the top of the key above the arc area. And if we can get a few of those shots to fall, we'll find ourselves right back in this game.
We're going to get another timeout on the floor here. I believe the Miners took a full timeout here.
Coach Farkas took a full timeout. Her girls are sitting down. We'll be right back in about a minute.
A fervent Kellogg Wildcat supporter based in the heart of the historic Silver Valley and North Idaho, NASCO Industrial Services and Supply delivers world-class materials and service to the world's top mining and industrial operations. NASCO Industrial Service and Supply is a full-service agency including logistics, procurement support, and construction, built to serve the industries that make modern life possible. Day in, day out, they propel many of the world's largest industrial and mining companies to meet their production and financial milestones. Wildcats Live and Wildcat Activities thank NASCO Industrial Services and Supply for their support. Visit them online at nissglobal.com or call 208-783-0361. Go Wildcats!
And here comes the Trojans attacking now.
Miners facing a 14-point deficit with 5:45 here, mid-third quarter.
Burmeister able to get her hands on the ball that time. They keep working that ball hard in Frazee. Burmeister, nice strong hands on that one. Oh, gets it knocked away by Berg. Berg's off the iron. House able to come down with it.
Oh man, that's a foul. Call a foul on the baseline there. It's
good find there by House to Burgum. Over to Burmeister, off the iron.
Pads her stats, gets a rebound, puts it up and in. Nice shot by Layla Burmeister, 14-26.
Good job getting out on transition there by the Miners.
And Post Falls coming out and I think maybe trying to step up the physicality a little bit more. They're a little bit more assertive, a little bit more, they're trying to slap at that ball and get away from the Miners and create turnovers here. I think they might be thinking that the Miners are a little bit too close for comfort.
Yeah, they're trying to.
Oh, man.
Didn't be a
foul either.
body
She's standing,
foul.
I don't know. That's a tough one to call. I didn't see any slide by Brianna Burgum. I just saw her standing in one spot, and unfortunately, the Post Falls girls had to go around her.
Good news for the Miners is they called that one on the floor, and 3-point up attempt off the iron there by Greenski.
That was Burgum's third foul. We're going to need her down the stretch. So Coach Farkas, trying to consider, does she want to put Gibson in? Does she need Caitlin Caratone here? And what kind of role would they play towards the success? But sticking with Burgum right now, sets a good high screen without fouling. Welch takes a baseline.
Nice kickback pass there to Burmeister.
Man, Layla doing...
And they're going to get a jump. Good hands by the Trojans. That was Madewin Greenski forcing the jump ball, but it will stay with the Miners.
How did you pronounce that name?
Madewin?
Okay, Madewin.
I think that's the correct pronunciation. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong.
I see you have a kind of a phonetic spelling there, so I appreciate your preparation there, Jared. And yeah, like I said, I hope I get it right.
I can't take all the credit for this one. Simon might have helped me a little
bit
with
good.
some of
It's
these.
nice to have some help there.
House gets a screen from Burgum. Nice roll. Burgum goes up, and she's going to get fouled. I believe they called that one on Catherine Berg.
Sounds like you had somewhat of a challenging day, Jared, yesterday. You were supposed to join me for the broadcast at Game 1 from the Silver Valley tournament, but had a little bit of car trouble down in Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah, I spent 7 hours with a mobile mechanic only to find out that I own a Ford, so I ended up having to get it towed after standing on my feet for 7 hours.
Easy now. I just retired a Ford I had for 20-some years, and I had a lot of great road trips and a lot of great adventures with that thing.
I know, I love the truck. It's just I can't catch a break right now, and I think that's just another one of those things you just chalk up to this year, and then once this year's over, I think things will go back to normal.
Well, in the words of Tupac Shakur, even when you're fed up, you got to keep your head up. Believe in your flyness and conquer your shyness there, Jared.
I love it. Here's Frazee on the block. They get it up top. Good
Wonderful
ball movement. Chase. And Chase buries the three-point shot.
She does exactly what she's supposed to do there and buries that three-point shot.
That was a nice, clean possession. Scary pass there, but it does get completed to Selke.
Jared, I'm interested to know what you think about this. And some pretty physical defense now. Selke putting her shoulder down and trying to find her way to the hoop, but denied by a tough Post Falls defense.
The Miners are attacking. Nice step into the lane.
What a wonderful play.
But her good hustle and effort gets her own offensive rebound, draws a foul, get 2 shots.
Miners facing a 16-point deficit here, but, I'm not going to say the score doesn't match the way the game is turning out here, but it's a pretty competitive game. If the Miners can get a few of those layups to drop, they're getting themselves in position. They're making good moves to get there. It's not like they're just throwing up prayers.
No.
They're making good shots, and soon those are going to start to fall.
If they can narrow it down to around 10 in the fourth quarter, to the fourth quarter, that's a ball game.
Yep,
I mean,
right.
But the last quarter, anything can happen. Free throws off on the second. Frazee rebound.
I'm always amazed at all the back and forth in basketball, the streaks and the runs and the way things can turn around fairly quickly with just a great play or a great shot or even a defensive play.
I mean,
especially a defensive play.
Basketball's a crazy game. You hit a three-pointer, you get a steal. If you hit another one, I mean, that a 6-0 run can happen in 10 seconds.
Number 2, she just made her first appearance in the game. What's her name there, Jared?
With number 2, that's Madewin Greenski.
I'm sorry, she's been in the game.
Yeah.
Looking to get to the hoop, just shuffled her feet a little
House
bit
gets
there.
it to Selke.
Full court pressure, full court man-to-man pressure once again by the Trojans.
And it's pretty impressive by the Trojans able to full court press all game long. I always love to coach a team that has the ability to pressure and play man-to-man.
I think it's more of a philosophy, a mentality. It's not a real aggressive, denying type press, but
you force them to work up the court.
They have that press on the full game, and the girls have to make decisions about cross-court passes like that right there. And it does. It puts a lot of pressure on the offense.
Reach-in foul there. I think they got that one on Chase.
Yeah, and that's a 16 foul. We have 2 minutes and 42 seconds here
so
remaining in the third quarter, and the Miners will be shooting free throws the rest of the time. So if we can put our free throws down.
The Miners have stayed even here in this third quarter, and they're winning the foul battle. And they're back to the line. That'll also put them. It's a 2-shot foul here, but they'll be in the 1-and-1 the rest of the way for the next 10 minutes and 41 seconds of this ball game.
Coach Farkas sticking with the plan. They're taking what Post Falls has given them on offense as far as running up and down the floor. But when they have a chance, they play a real deliberate type offense, and they have a few scoring options in mind. One being Jaden House,
Yep.
Ellie Welch, Burmeister, Selke down low. So
Good
good
job by
balance so
Bergam.
far. Yeah, Bergam knocked down free throws.
Yeah, I don't think they need to change anything that they're doing. Stick with the game plan. You're still in this ball game. Got to get some stops, though. You do
gotta
have to play
some
good
defense, and
defense.
some defensive rebounds become really important here. Bergam in the center of the 2-3 zone down low. She's joined on the baseline by Selke and Burmeister, and House and Welch are working hard up top.
Welch is doing a good job, and the Miners been doing a better job of taking away the high post when possible.
Yeah, and they really do collapse when that ball goes into the post. You see 3 girls there
And Welch
gathered around the ball.
Welch going to get caught not moving her feet there, and going to get her 3rd personal foul.
You agree with that fall, Jared?
That time,
Okay.
yeah.
Just checking.
That time her hip was hanged out there a little too long.
I tease. I had some fun calling the volleyball action earlier this year, and I had a difficult time understanding the real ins and outs of the volleyball rules and some of the mechanics. But I enjoy, I really enjoyed it and learned a lot more about it.
I did. Learned a lot about volleyball this season.
Miners had a great season. They made it to district playoffs. Ended up losing down in Jerome. Is that right?
They made it to the state They made it to the state
playoffs.
They lost in the first round, won their 2nd game, and then they lost in the consolation finals at state. So overall it was a great season for the volleyball team this year.
Bucket for the Trojans, Kathleen Berg. Nice jump shot from the baseline. They have a 33-18 lead with a minute and a half left here in the 3rd quarter.
House thought about a 3-pointer there, and Bergam's going to set a screen.
It's nice when you see her hunting her shot. She's unfortunately a turnover there. Let's got to play some defense without fouling, Jaden. All right, good job. Sometimes you make a turnover.
Chase for 3, and she's up and good. Another bucket. She's made 2 3-pointers here in the last couple of minutes.
We need something good to happen. Here to build a little confidence and get some momentum going.
Approaching a minute to play now, and Miners in desperate need of a bucket here to keep this one in.
Might be a good time for Coach Fart. Well, the quarter's about to end here, and that
nice
that
runner
helps.
there from Jaden House to find a bucket.
Runner. Jaden House, and played this last minute without any fouls. Contest all shots here.
Crazy with it.
Time up and no foul.
Good hands there by Welch. She's going to go up. Nobody in her way there. Maybe that's
streaking Jaden House.
I like how she's trying to be unselfish, pass it back to House there. That one, she might have had a chance to take that one straight to the bucket.
We have a pretty good view of the lanes of the court here, and she had a wide open lane there. But nice unselfish play by.
I think she was looking for the give back. The give.
Maybe so, yeah. It's early in the season here.
Take
small
there.
Things that the Miners are doing to make improvements, and
Frazee able to get the rebound, get the put back there with under 30 seconds now. Here comes Welch. She's going to drive baseline. Kicks it back. Nice pass to Burmeister. Oh, just off the iron. Almost able to bank that one in, but can't
Burmeister with
find
14 points last night. Not shouldering much of the scoring load this evening. We'd like to see her make some of those shots and contribute to that total with Miners. 2 seconds left.
It's a nice move there by Jenna Chase.
Let the clock run out. So here at the end of the 3rd quarter, the Miners are facing an 18-point deficit. What do you think are the keys to getting back in this game, Jared?
Well, I think the Miners at this point, they're going to, if they want to get right back into this one, they're going to have to apply some more pressure. They're going to have to bring the press out, I think, which is going to, or they're going to have to play a little man-to-man, or really bring those guards are going to have to come out and play physical.
Just as you say that, we see Caitlin Garadone checking into the game. Mrs. Farkas looking for a few more real athletic types out there. Maybe they can extend the pressure a little bit on post falls and make them uncomfortable.
And even, play real aggressive. It's okay to give up a few fouls. You have to take some chances. Right now, you got to take a few chances. Go for the steal. If you make the foul, you make the foul. You got fouls to give, but they need to be aggressive.
Yeah. Just as bad as your day yesterday was, I had a wonderful day today, Jerry. Can I tell you a little bit about it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, man, well, first thing was my wife and kids stayed up in Mullen last night with the grandparents. Their cousins visiting from down south, so they took that opportunity to go up there and have a nice dinner and relax, a warm fire going. And I walked with 2 of my best friends, the dogs, walked all around, had a great night. I watched the show Cobra Kai. And then this morning I woke up an hour later than I usually would on a Saturday morning. Had some coffee, watched some footballs, ended up walking with the dogs again. It was a great day for foraging, not being as rainy. It was just a wonderful day, and it's nice to cap it off a little bit of high school basketball here.
You know what? I'm going to have to get on your schedule, I think is what I got to start doing. 3 up and good there from Brooklyn Brennan.
Well, the thing is, my kids are grown enough to the point where we can kind of
Yeah.
have a little bit more freedom, and as parents, we do too. So
Yeah, as you
you'll
say,
get there soon.
you got to
Unless
sleep.
you keep having babies.
You got to sleep in today. I was up before 6 a.m. with the 2-year-old, so that was, as you can imagine, I had my coffee pretty early today.
Yeah. That's funny. Great hustle play by Chloe Selk. She gets on the floor, covers the ball up. It's going to be out of bounds to the Miners here. 20-41, 7.5 left in the fourth quarter. Miners do have an opportunity to get back in this game. Once again, the foul count there. Post Falls has committed 17 fouls this quarter, so the Miners are going to be shooting fouls the rest of the way on any Post Falls fouls.
They were able to knock the ball away from Garrettone that time, and the ball will go back to Post Falls here with 7:20 to go. The Miners, again, they got to apply some more pressure.
Yesterday, Simon Miller mentioned the old K-Wall announcers. Just like to send a shout out to those folks. It's great to support high school basketball in this area. And we have a strong high school basketball tradition here at Kellogg. They've had a number of great teams in years past, as had Wallace, both girls and boys, and it's just fun to see this Silver Valley tournament. And although this isn't the matchup that most people were looking forward to when they arranged the schedule, we're happy to have Post Falls and Priest River join us in the Silver Valley for a little bit of basketball.
Nice bucket there from Chloe Selke to puts points 21-22 up there for the Miners. Ball tipped away by House.
Yeah, tipped
And it's going to be
Post Falls out of bounds.
off the hands of Side John. That's going to be Miner basketball.
Hope a few more of those things can start bouncing our way, going our way. That's a good thing. And Post Falls shows 4 girls on pressure. My fly's been unzipped the whole broadcast here. Good thing there's no booth in the camera.
Gonna get a.
Yeah, we have a pushing foul on Post Falls there. Ellie Welch attempting to set a high ball screen, and the Post Falls players, I think when they talk about fighting through screens, they don't quite mean that literally.
Yep. But that nonetheless is going to send Ellie Welch to the line for a 1-on-1. Let's hope she can knock down this first one, give herself the opportunity for that second shot.
Once again, I'd like to say thanks to our Wildcats live broadcast production team, Ty Cheney and Buck Coe. Buck Coe's handling camera action up in the Hawks Nest up there, the K-Wall Hawks Nest, and we're here in the white Robinson press box bringing you the action.
Going to get a double dribble here from Annika Furr.
Great defensive ball pressure by Ellie Welch. You can sense the Wallace girls are, they see they have to turn up the intensity, and this is going to be a tough haul, but it's not undoable. 22-41, 6.5 left. And that's going to be a hold on Post Falls, and I think Jaden House is going to end up shooting free throws at the other end.
Yep, she is. Now, normally, when you got a near 20-point lead, you don't see a lot of teams pressing, or teams kind of pull off the press at that point. But it seems like this is just the style of play that Post Falls is accustomed to, that they're going to keep playing, and it's part of their game plan. So,
always has been. I spent a few years down in the Coeur d'Alene area, and I was lucky enough to officiate some of the basketball, and they've seen girls basketball, boys basketball have great athletes who play really, really hard and get after it. And man, I have some fond memories of being in full gyms on those nights, watching some high school basketball. It's great when their fans are there, and unfortunately can't be there right now, but Jared and I are happy to help out in whatever way we can.
Yep. So House unable to connect on the 1-on-1. Miners are going to need points whenever they can get them. And we're going to get a foul as Allie Maurer takes the ball with a good take in the middle of the lane. She's going to get 2 shots.
I asked Coach Farkas if there's anybody in particular she'd like to extend thanks to out there. She, of course, mentioned the administrators, Mr. Lund, Mr. Howard, the superintendent, Mr. Bailey, the athletic director, and she also mentioned former Judge McGee. They said they've been very, very supportive of the basketball program and always great supporters of Kellogg.
He's done a little
of
announcing.
Wallace Athletics. Yeah, I don't think they.
He's been an announcer for us last year a little bit too.
I have great memories of being up in the booth last year with Judge McGee, and I hope we get a chance to do that again. Maybe we'll have some more car trouble later in the year.
Asper with another bucket there for the Trojans. She takes the ball strong inside. Oh, Miners set things up. Selke.
That open door down there in the corner looks
House.
dangerous to me.
Oh,
just
House doesn't get the toilet bowl roll.
Just not getting a lot of shots to roll here tonight, but not because of lack of effort. I can see the girls are winded down there. They're working as hard as they can. I see some red faces and still really good positive body language from the Miners. So
I mean, Coach Farkas still's got to be happy. They've been getting good looks most of the game.
Yeah.
They just, you know, some nights your shots just don't fall. Ball gets tossed out of bounds there from Post Falls. Going to give it back to the Miners.
Oh, it's just facing some of that adversity here, and I can relate to you a little bit yesterday, having some car problems, but I have a quote in mind from Michael Montgomery. It's just, life's a dance. You learn as you go. Sometimes you lead, and sometimes you follow. I don't think that's, I'm sorry, yes. No, that's how the quote goes. John Michael Montgomery, I believe he's a country artist.
I got to get more prepared, bring a few quotes of my own one of
It'd be
these
a
days.
shame to misidentify quotes from Drake and Michael Montgomery there. No, preparation, Jared. Preparation is the key to success. I went to a officiating school one time.
I think you just John Wooden quoted right there.
John Wooden quotes. Well, I looked up a few, and it's amazing how much stuff you have access to in these days of the internet.
Selke with the ball now, pressured hard there by Chase all over. And it's going to force a travel, and that's going to give the ball back to the Trojans.
On a more serious note, too, there are resources available in these times when we can't find gym time, we can't get in the get and play basketball as much as we can. There's resources on YouTube. It's awesome to see kids look something up, learn a new dribbling move, learn proper shooting technique. There's a lot of great stuff out there, and when we're cooped up in our houses, might as well grab a basketball and make it spin.
Here come the Miners on the attack. House going to go all the way to the lane. Oh, just a little too hard on the left-handed layup attempt.
Might have been fouled on the drive to the hoop, but referees let it go. 20-point game at this point. Post Falls back the other way.
Shot off.
Oh, good rebound by Layla Burmeister. Clears the ball. Fighting to keep control of the ball.
Ooh, and that ball's going to get kicked around a little bit. It's going to be off the hand of Frazee, so that ball's going to go to the Miners. Well, the Miners continuing to fight here in this one. 4.5 to go. Still, if they can string a couple of buckets together, make this one interesting, I know I'd like to see it.
Yeah. Here comes Jaden House. No quitting her. She dribbles down, draws the foul, and she'll go to the line trying to cut this 20-point lead to 18, and then we'll go to 17 and 16, just like you said, chip away at it.
Chip it away down.
4.5 minutes left. Crazier things have happened.
So they got that last foul on Caitlin Flershinger. That'll be her first foul of the ball game. That's the 10th team foul. So now the Miners also are in the double bonus after this point.
I'm lucky enough to have the opportunity to coach the junior varsity team at Wallace, the boys team, and last year we started out, we had some young players too, and they were not very talented, but we got really good at some 2-2-1 pressure, and it's amazing what those types of things can do to get momentum going in the other direction. And I'm talking about a full squad when you have the full group of players here. A lot different than Coach Farkas, but crazy things can happen in basketball. 4.5 minutes is a lot of time when you get a couple shots to fall and a couple turnovers.
Ooh, three is up and good again by Chase. She's been on fire here in the second half.
She heard what I said. She's not going to let that happen tonight. Still a 22-point lead by the Trojans.
Oh, you did a nice job last year with that JV basketball squad. A lot of, I wouldn't say they're basketball players, but maybe that's not their first sport or something, but you got a lot out of kids who just wanted to be a part of something.
Yeah, I know.
And they played well. I think you ended up with a pretty 10-5.
Well, Jared, as long as you're asking, we went on a 9-game win streak.
Yeah.
We ended up at 11-4. Yeah, so it was a very positive year, and they've grown a little bit over the winter, and they're ready to play here this year. I'm hoping things continue to run smoothly, and these guys get a chance to compete. But no, like I said, they weren't very good, but they worked together. They played defense, and just a little bit of defensive pressure can really make things happen. So looking forward to another great year with the JV program.
House just off the front iron on that last 3-point attempt. Again, they've just been struggling to find the range.
Wallace varsity boys team in preparation for their upcoming season. Coach Miller has them working together and working hard. They've been working very hard over the past couple weeks in the gym and just preparing. It's tough to know if things will happen like they're supposed to happen, but those boys are ready to play, led by Carter Bailey and Hayden Hogemeyer and Connor Denson. Yeah.
So Selke gets fouled there, and she's going to go to the line and shoot the double bonus. Yeah, Wallace will be hosting the boys Silver Valley tournament here in a couple weeks. Again, we should see Kellogg out there as well. Kellogg, Wallace. I'm not sure who are other two teams in there yet. I don't think Mullen is going to be a part of it this year.
And Wallace' schedule looks a little bit different this season. A few schools have already decided to discontinue or I rather say postpone their programs for the time being. St. Mary's made that decision, and I've heard that Lakeside was in talks to do the same. I'm really hoping that we get an opportunity to see that Lakeside boys basketball team again, the defending state champs, with a lot of very exciting players.
They'll be good and reloaded again. That'll be a pretty good basketball team again this year. Nice job by the Miners there. Good hands. Here comes Ellie Welch.
And Ellie Welch just fighting and scrapping.
And the lefty makes.
Together. Yeah, that's awesome work by Ellie Welch.
Nice take there. And she's a lefty, so she was right in her wheelhouse here on that one. Makes it 46-26. Chase thought about it. Kicks it in the corner. There, that's Flerschinger with a nice bucket from the baseline.
Is that the first time we've called her name this evening, Flerschinger? We talked a little bit about it
times.
before. Yeah.
She's made a nice contribution tonight for the Trojans. House takes one in off the iron. Nice box out there by Selke, and nice Selke's going to get another bucket.
Yeah.
So Miners, a couple positive possessions here right in a row. I like what I see. I like the continue to fight throughout this ball game.
That's right.
There's Flerschinger again. She's off the iron this time.
I kind of expected that one to go in from the side. Seems like Post Falls getting.
Frazee again. That's Kalia Frazee. She's been all over the glass.
This is going to be an exciting Post Falls team to watch for years to come. These are a bunch of young girls. There's one junior out there, but for the most part, they're sophomores and freshmen, and you can tell they're well prepared and very good athletically.
Garatone, throws the ball stolen away there. I believe that's Greenski.
Oh man, great job by Ellie Welch.
Way to get back.
You know, in the words of Megan the Stallion, Ellie Welch never quits. Classy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, moody, lasty. Like, she just gets after it every single night. Doesn't matter if it's volleyball or basketball or powder puff football. Fun to see Ellie Welch out there competing.
Oh, and Ellie Welch, a nice take into the middle of the lane and gets another bucket.
Right on cue. Nice job, Ellie. Minute and a half left, 20-point game. I think at this point this is kind of a foregone conclusion, but the Miners really giving a good effort tonight, and Post Falls has done well to really play well. And
Jaden House still fighting hard on defense, almost comes away with the steal, but tips it out of bounds.
Post Falls played a couple really consistent basketball games over the last 2 days, and they're going to be well deserving of the championship title here. You think this is a good idea early in the season to play in a tournament-type atmosphere where you're actually playing for something rather than just...
I think everybody benefits from something like this.
Yeah. You think the middle school tournament will go on this year? Mullen Middle School basketball
I'm
tournament.
not
That's
sure.
I think it's fun activity.
I think it's still on the schedule right now. We'll see how many schools want to still play that tournament.
Say congratulations to Coach Spooner on a successful year with his St. Regis Mullen co-op. I think Josh McDonald probably took the coolest picture I've ever seen of those football players.
It was a good
see
one.
That online
I
walking
did see
down,
that one.
Down Earl Avenue and Mullen in the snow there, holding the awesome photo.
Nice move by House. Oh, just can't find the bottom of the bucket. Rebound there by Chase. Chase has had a nice game tonight. She's knocked down at least three or four three-pointers.
It's really good to have some stiff competition here early in the season. I don't think the Wallace Miners are going to be affected by dropping one to a really good Post Falls team. I see a lot of reasons for optimism, and it's going to be a good season.
Selke, she's got to have at least 10 rebounds in this ball game.
There's a double dribble by Caratone. Just, getting some late action here. Probably doesn't quite know what role she's supposed to play, but she's exhibited some great effort and enthusiasm here over the last couple of days, as have all the Wallace girls. It's been a great effort.
And the one thing, especially with all the shuffling of players around for the Miners right now, they're getting great experience for the season to come. Frazee again on the baseline. Frazee has had a really great game for the Trojans tonight.
A great look up top from, who is that? That's Jenna Chase. Chase has had a wonderful game too, just shooting from the outside, getting looks inside.
House.
Right there she had a great assist.
House unable to connect with that last one, and that's how it'll end. It's 52-30. The Post Falls Junior Varsity Trojans will take this year's 2020 Silver Valley Girls Basketball Championship this year, with the Miners being the runner-up. Another good job for the Miners. I believe last year they
played the championship game last year and lost to Kellogg, in a pretty competitive game. So that's 2 years in a row. Wallace has played in the championship game in the Silver Valley tournament, and that's the consistency that Coach Farkas has been building. Both teams recognizing each other's efforts right now with a clap rather than a traditional handshake. But
Yep.
just like to say thanks for having us up here. And kudos to the girls for a great weekend of basketball.
Yep, I'd like to thank Kellogg High School for having Channel 3 here to help support Wildcats Live. And congratulations again to Post Falls for the championship. And from Channel 3 and Kellogg Wildcats Live, thanks for having us, and we'll see you next time.